In captivity, Sulcata tortoises will ram each other until one of them flips upside down and dies. This behavior has never been observed in the wild, and there's only about 400 of these animals left up there to observe. So the question becomes, are we watching natural tortoise behavior in zoos and rescue centers, or are we watching what happens when you trap two territorial males in a space where the loser can't escape? The sulcata gets its name from the Latin word for furrow or groove. John Frederick Miller noticed the deep grooves carved into each scute when he named the species back in 1779. These are the third largest tortoises on Earth, and they can hit 200 pounds, which becomes a real problem when somebody buys a cute little hatchling for $50 and 5 years later has an unmanageable desert tank in their backyard. The shell is made of 59 to 61 bones fused directly to the spine and rib cage, covered by hard scutes like fingernails. When you pick up a tortoise by the shell, you're literally picking it up by its skeleton, which is why you're supposed to hook your fingers under the plastron, or the bottom, instead of just grabbing the carapace on top. These animals evolved for the Sahel Desert in Africa, and their adaptations are extreme. They'll dig burrows up to 30 feet long and 10 feet deep, where the temperature drops from 120 degrees outside to around 70 degrees underground. Other desert animals move into the abandoned tortoise tunnels, turning them into shared apartment complexes for the local wildlife. When a sulcata finds water, it can drink 15% of its body weight in one sitting. A 100-pound tortoise will gulp down 15 pounds of water, and a full-grown 200-pounder might drink 30 gallons because they have no idea when the next water source is coming in the desert. Between 1990 and 2010, people took over 9,000 sulcatas from the wild for the pet trade. Current population surveys show an average of just 1 to 5 tortoises per site, with possibly only 400 individuals left total. They now exist in only 16.7% of their historic range, competing with cattle for grass in their native habitat. The United States made importing them illegal in 2001, but not because we've devastated the wild population. No, the ban came because of heartwater disease carried by ticks. We were fine destroying the species, we just didn't want the parasites. The import ban didn't stop the pet trade, it just shifted to captive breeding, and now thousands of sulcatas flood the American rescue centers every year. Zoos won't take them because they're trying to maintain genetic integrity for potential wild release, even though releasing captive bred animals into struggling wild populations is generally a terrible idea. Male tortoises fight when housed together, so rescues run out of space. Each animal needs a minimum half an acre and can live 70 years. There's no market for adults, despite what sellers claim when they're moving hatchlings. Many abandoned tortoises die when people just dump them into the wild. The tortoise family, Testudinidae, split from Asian pond turtles around 70 million years ago at the end of the Cretaceous period. True tortoises first appeared in Asia during the Paleocene and spread to other continents by the Eocene epoch. Today, tortoises live everywhere except Antarctica and Australia. The captive fighting behavior raises questions we can't answer because wild sulcata behavior is so poorly documented. In nature, when males fight, the loser wanders off and the aggressor maintains his territory. But in captivity, the defeated male is still visible, still trapped in the same enclosure, and the aggressor keeps ramming until one of them is dead. We assume they must do this in the wild too, but there's no evidence. It's never been documented, and nobody knows.